welcome back to the ACS Universe. I'm, of course, ACS in Game of Thrones. Okay, so as long as I have my YouTube channel, I've never really did any Game of Thrones related content. I did a couple of trailer reactions for season 7, but that's about it. And it kind of surprised me when I look back through there, considering how much I love that show. I mean, you can see the poster right here. Look at my homeboy Jon Snow. 1-1 up there. The Hand of the King. But yeah, I love this show. And so sad to say it, the final season is approaching, and I'm gonna have to start revving these Game of Thrones engines, man. I wanted to do episode reactions, but I just wasn't able to because I didn't have the right equipment. I do now, so this final season I should be able to do some episode reactions. And so a lot of you guys, my YouTube, my channel followers, I know some of you guys are Game of Thrones fans. You probably don't know exactly how I feel about it, you know, because I very rarely talk about it. But Game of Thrones is hands down above and beyond any other series in the history of series. I'm talking about television series, streaming show series. It is the best ever to do it. And that's not up for debate with me, right? Like, I won't argue with you about it. You know, I mean, the point of an argument is to get the person that you're arguing with to see whatever you're arguing about from your perspective. I won't see it from yours. If you're telling me that there's a show better than Game of Thrones, there just isn't. The scale, no show combines superb acting, special effects, grand scale, drama, great story. No other show in history combines that. And just I never read the books, okay? I'm one of those people who've never read the books. I'm strictly from the show. Talked about maybe reading them when the show goes off the air. Matter of fact, what is HBO gonna do when Game of Thrones leaves, right? Like, that's their biggest Game of Thrones is the biggest show in the history of shows. It just is. You're talking about this next coming season, the episodes are costing like $15 million a piece. A piece. That's smart. Decent films could be made for $15 million. And they're having episodes of a television show. I got to give a shout out, though, to, let me tell you guys how I came upon it. I was in my old platoon sergeant, Smoke Caldwell, one of my soldiers, King, Lieutenant Henry. I had been watching Spartacus, right? And Spartacus ran out, and they were like, hey, man, you should try to watch Game of Thrones. And I knew about the show, and I was like, I don't know about that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if I want to do that. And lo and behold, I started watching it. Watched the first episode, was kind of slow, but then when at the end they push Bran out the window, out of the window when he catches him, I was like, this is pretty good, and I fell in love with it. And from then on, I've been watching it. It's the best show ever. The best show ever. And the opening sequence of this show is just the best ever. I mean, just watch it. If you watch Game of Thrones and you're skipping through the opening sequence, you ain't watching Game of Thrones. Like, you're legitimately not a fan, because new stuff happens, new locations pop up in the map, and you need to see that stuff. It is awesome the way it moves. I got me a couple notes here, man, because I was so excited. I was like, I'm gonna forget to talk about something. The showrunners, a lot of this stuff was in the books, so they're not like coming up with it. They could choose to do some of the shit that they do in the show differently from the book. They don't care. They got the balls to straight up kill half the cast in the Red Wedding. Like, they could have changed it so not all of them died, but they said, nope, we're gonna stick to the books. They don't care about leaving you. Hodor, the ending of that leaves you fucked up, and then you gotta wait a week. You understand what I'm saying? And they don't care about doing that to you. And that's another thing that's great about the show, is it's amazing. It's amazing. Yeah. So basically, what I'm gonna do right now is I'll rewatch season 5, episode 8. If you're a Game of Thrones fans, you know exactly which episode I'm talking about. Hard Home. That, when I saw the ending to that show, the ending scene, that let me know, that just did it for me. I already thought the show was above, but the scale of that, nobody's doing that. Nobody has done it like that. So let's check out a little bit of this scene, because it is almost the greatest scene in the history of television. I mean, period, right? So let's just get right into this, man. Get you chills. Look at that, man. Hey! Homeboy came in there like, hey. So you know what the show does this shit? Gives me this feeling of awesomeness, right? Dragon Glass, baby. This is one of the many times that I thought Jon Snow was about to bite it, like throughout the series. Long claw, baby. Got a long claw on the way, by the way. This is my favorite, well, almost my second favorite moment from this scene right here. He was like, oh, shit. Get him, homeboy. Woo! Gets me hype. Ice King took notice of that, like, oh, okay. It's a bad dude, man. I forgot to issue y'all a spoiler warning for people who haven't seen Game of Thrones. But if you haven't seen Game of Thrones, you probably shouldn't even be watching this video right here. Just saying. She's a beast. Except for the kids, man. She got a soft spot for the dead kids. Look at them effects. Creepy. They know how they are perfect at those. Get up, John. Get up. Those moments where you just want to scream at TV. Get up, John. You know what I'm saying? Look at the scale. Torm is a bad dude, man. Special effects has gotten so good. As the show became more popular, you could tell HBO was just like, here's some more money for this next season. Oh, that season was just, here's some more money. Because it got, I remember the first time I saw the Giants, man, they didn't look this good. And now it just looks beautiful. And getting out of there. Come on, 1-1, shit. Now this is my favorite moment from this scene. This right here. I was like, are you kidding me? This dude is straight. Rise. You know what I thought when I saw this? I said, man, I don't know how they're gonna beat these dudes. Like, and we still don't know, because obviously the final season is yet to come. But look at that. Who's doing that? Look at her, man. I felt bad, dude. Like, who's doing that these days, right? Who's putting these types of scenes in television shows? Nobody. Epic. See how they end it? See how they do you? They ain't scared to do that right there. They'll end the show just like that. You'll be back next week. You damn right I will. Yeah, so one of my favorite scenes, hands down, throughout the entire series. So hold on, give me just a second here. Okay, so look, check this out. I don't know how many responses I'll get to this. I'm gonna put it on social media too, Twitter, probably Instagram, something like that. I want you guys to vote if you feel like it, you know, on your favorite single episode from each season of Game of Thrones so far, right? So I'm gonna put I don't know how I'm gonna do it, but I'll try to do it where it lists every episode and you just vote on one. That'd be the easiest way. If it'll let me do that, I'm not sure it will. But you vote on your single episode from each season. What I'll do is I'll do a retro reaction where I'll rewatch the episode and react to it. You know what I mean? Let you guys see how I was looking through some of the earlier episodes of Game of Thrones. But yeah, I'll try to do that. Maybe this evening I'll be able to get that up there. But yeah, man, this is. And I'm gonna do this kind of often. I'm gonna rewatch scenes from good scene, you know, Battle of the Bastards. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. Get your juices flowing for the final season, man. Bittersweet, dude. But that's what great television series. Think about Breaking Bad, Sopranos. They know when to call it quits. That's what's wrong with The Walking Dead. It just keeps going on and on. And I left that show a long time ago. But you know, the right amount of time, it's okay. This is it. The show needs to end here. It doesn't need to keep dragging itself on. And you know, that's pretty much what they did. And you know, who knows where the books are gonna go? Like I said, I have never read them. But look, all my Game of Thrones fans out there, this was just a shout out to y'all, just to let you guys know that I'm how hype I am for the final season. So if you like this, man, post in the comments. You know, tell me what you like about Game of Thrones. You know what I'm saying? Subscribe if you haven't already. You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at 2279ACS. Until next time, ACS Universe out.
Run, 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 run.